Hi, in today's video I want to talk about touch and how you can develop it, and in fact let's define it. So if that's of interest to you, stay tuned. Okay, so if we were to define power, well, power is an easy one. The ability to hit the ball hard, obviously with control, but that's another video. How do you define touch? Well, is it control? Well, often you see people talking about, oh man, that player's got great control, but that's different from touch. For me, touch is the ability to take the speed off the ball or to change the speed. Now, of course, hitting the ball hard from a soft shot is changing the speed. But what I'm really talking about is when a player hits the ball hard and they take the speed off. Now that often happens in the middle of the court from volleys and things, but being able to have touch is also about being at the front and hitting the ball as softly as you can. So let's look at some exercises that I recommend that you try. The best way for me to do this is to overdub. So I'm going to sort of stop the frontal view now and you'll just see the exercises. So let's get started with those.
Everybody's seen this. The ball's on the floor, you need to pick it up. So why is this a particular skill for touch? Well, what this exercise teaches you is to make contact with the ball but move your racket away from the ball as quickly as possible. Now, in this section, you can see that I'm using one completely cold double yellow dot, and in the other one, it's a red dot, essentially. For many of you, this might be easy, but if it's not, then it's a valuable lesson. Now, this next exercise can be done with a warm or a cold ball, but if you do it with a cold ball, make sure that you're warm. The next thing to notice is that in this video, I'm only going to be showing you the forehand, so there's no backhands here. Now, all I'm doing is I'm hitting the ball off the side wall, and then I'm just trying to softly hit it to the front. I'm not trying to hit it hard. I'm not hitting it at its highest point in the bounce. I'm letting it come down so that I have to have an arc towards the ball. If you want to take this one step further, don't touch the ball with your hand. You'll notice that after the second one, I didn't pick it up with my hand. I just used my racket because that's another essential exercise. You can vary the angle that you hit the ball at so that you come in at different angles. If you hit it correctly, the ball will come back to you, and you should be hitting at different speeds and different heights. You'll notice that just before I make contact with the ball, I often shake the racket head. That's a very common thing among players. That's to get the weight or the feel of the racket. So give these a try and see what happens. Now, this last exercise I actually think is the hardest. So you're doing essentially the same as the previous exercise, but this time you're not feeding off a ball. You're just taking the ball as it comes to you. It's a dead ball, essentially. It's got nothing behind it. And that's why it's harder. You'll notice again that I'm not using my hand. I'm not picking up the ball, because controlling the ball, picking up the ball is part of this skill. This is a cold red dot that you see here. Now, as with the previous exercise, if you get the angle right, the ball will come back to you. Half of this exercise is being able to pick the ball up and maneuver it. The second part of the exercise is being able to hit a ball that's essentially dead. Now, as I get better, I can move further and further back. I personally practice this exercise from behind the service box because that's intensifying. Now, you'll notice that even if I get the height wrong, I get the angle right, it will still come back to me. So now I switch to a completely cold yellow dot. Sorry, a double yellow dot. This is completely cold. I haven't been hitting this ball at all.
Okay, so there you have it. 3 simple exercises designed to work on your ability to slow the ball down. Now, if you've been watching long enough, thank you very much. I'm going to give you a kind of a bonus exercise. It's not very good because it really should be something that you should be doing with a partner, but in my case I don't have anybody to play with, so you have to compromise, and maybe it's the same for you. So this is the last one. Essentially, you hit the ball hard and then you hit it softly. You hit the ball hard, you hit it softly. So there you go. Hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope it's helped. Please give me some feedback. I need to know whether these are the kind of videos you're interested in, and if they are helping and how they're helping. So please comment in the comments below and I'll respond. And that's it. Remember, do something every day to improve your squash. See ya.